Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your purchase of your Keystone Bullet Crossfire 2430BH. I'm going to walk you around this trailer, show you how to use a few things to get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite and a few things to take into consideration when parking. On your campsite, I want you to leave plenty of room for that awning to come out. Once you get it out, you'll see how much room you'll need. On your off campsite, of course, your slide, leave plenty of room for that to come in and out, but I also want you to think about where your power and water connections are going to be. Your power is going to be just behind your slide, or just behind your tires on your off campsite or driver's side of your tow vehicle. Then your water connection, docking station, is going to be up toward the front. So park accordingly so you can utilize the facilities at the campsite. Once you arrive, unhook your hitch. First thing we're going to do is level your unit. Night docking light, should you arrive at night, simply retract to lower, extend to raise. If you lose power, under this rubber stopper right here is a manual override for that hand crank. Speaking of power, check your battery post now and then, make sure those haven't wiggled loose going down the road. Got your unit level, next thing we're going to do is stabilize it. Coming around to your off camp side of your storage compartment here, you'll see that your unit is powered with power stabilizing jacks. Front one here, we're going to hit extend. It's going to run the front down. You see sometimes one side will come down before the other, sometimes they'll come down together. I recommend stabilizing jack pads. Jack pads are going to protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt and debris, hot blacktop in the summer. Get a 4-pack of those, put them down underneath these, and run these down just until they are taut. Now you see that one came down to an angle there. Every now and then, keep the bolt loose, you shouldn't have to worry about it. Every now and then you may just have to adjust your foot a little bit to flatten that down. We'll run that the rest of the way down. And again, our unit's already level, so when we get here to the bottom, we want to slow down and stop once they feel like they're going to start to lift the unit. Our unit's already level, we just want to stabilize it. So same thing in the back, run them down from here. You see you hit extend, or run down up there. Have someone back there putting some pads down and keep an eye on them when they come down. Run them back up. Both of these do have a manual override, should you lose power for those as well. You see you've got a slotted handle here. There's a little piece sticking out up there that slot will fit into, and you can manually run these back up or down should you lose power. All right, we got our unit level and stable. Let's go ahead and hook up our power and water. Behind your tires on your driver's side of your tow vehicle is going to be your power. Big long 30 amp cord. The way these Furions plug in now, you'll see your twisted one. Set that in and then turn it to your right. Put your gray washer on. Now at the end of this 30 amp short cord, should you need to plug into a 110, there is a 30 to 15 adapter that'll come in your convenience pack. Got your power hooked up, let's hook up your water. At campsites, we are going to hook up to city water connection. First and foremost, your water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi. It's going to protect the lines in your unit, You never know what the water pressure is at different campsites, so I recommend using this all the time. Hook that up, hook up your hose, but don't turn your hose on yet. Let's find your hot water heater. Coming over to your campsite, just to the left of the entry doorway is going to be your hot water heater. And all we're doing at this point, folks, is making sure our drain plug's back in. May have left it out last time you're camping, draining your hot water heater. Throw some plumber's tape on that, get that in there nice and snug. Once that's in there tight, you can go ahead and turn that hose on. Now, after the hose has been on for a little bit, why don't you go inside and open up your slide. I need you to get inside and open up all of your water taps. Get a nice steady flow of water going through them. Then you'll know that your hot water heater is full. You can shut them taps off. You can turn this hot water heater on from indoors. Now let's say we're going to go camping and we're not going to use city water. We're going to go dry camping or boondocking, as they like to call it. In that case, we're going to fill up our freshwater tank right next to our city water. No need for a water pressure regulator here. Simply use a hose, gravity fill that. There's two ways to tell it's full. One, there's an overflow valve right here. Or two, on the inside where you check the levels of your black and gray tanks, there's also a freshwater button. Keep an eye on that. Once that's full, don't leave this unattended when filling it. Once it's full, put that cap back on, and then whenever you want to utilize that water, you'll turn on your water pump. Don't turn on your water pump when using your city water. That's already pressurized. All right, we're all set up with power and water. Let me walk you around the rest of the unit, starting on your campsite, or off campsite, excuse me, pass-through storage area. Inside there is prepped for an inverter. You've got your stabilizing jacks, a spray port hose. I'll show you where that'll hook up. Remember, these don't just pull down. You must push back on that to release these. Again, our water connections. Right there's going to be a freshwater drain. Coming down your off-camp side behind your slide here. Again, your power. Black tank flush. We'll talk about that when dumping our black and gray tanks. And also a outdoor shower. There's where you can hook that one spot that you can hook that spray port up to. Coming around the rear corner here. Here's where you plug your cable in. You're prepped for a camera from Keystone. Open up this little area here by turning to the left, and that is actually going to be where we'll keep our stinky sewage hose. Spare tire, I recommend a cover. Get a cover for that. It's going to keep it from dry rotting, keep the sun from tearing it up. Last thing you want to do is have a flat tire and then a bad spare tire. So I recommend getting a cover for that. Spray port hose can also hook up there. We have our outdoor kitchen area. Fridge and a little area that you can set a griddle on. Underneath. Your stabilizing jacks again. Couple of 110s. Access panel to the back of your fridge. Couple of outdoor speakers. It's a flue for your furnace. Two things on that. One, make sure it's never blocked. And two, if you are running your furnace to your clear of it, it does get hot. Again, your hot water heater. Down your campsite. Again, your big pass-through storage area. Its own lighting. The propane does have a cover. Comes with a regulator. And lastly, up in here is going to be your battery disconnect. That would disconnect all the battery power to the unit. That'll come important later when I talk about your carbon monoxide propane detector. And of course, I forgot one other thing, and that is you're prepped for solar. You can plug in a solar panel here, and that will trickle charge your batteries. About covers everything out here. We'll take a look on the inside. Coming up inside the unit, first thing I always like to point out is fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone that's camping with you knows the fire extinguisher is located at the entry doorway in case of an emergency. Immediately into our right is going to be our control panel. Above that is our thermostat. Modes in that will be your AC and your furnace. You have a fan here, and then just raise and lower your temperature. On your control panel, there's your brand new battery. There's the freshwater button I said to hold down until when your freshwater tank is full. Black and gray tanks, if you had 2 of each, some may, that they have a general board here. Here's where you turn on your water heater if hooked to gas, and if hooked to electric, it does make a difference. Here's where you turn on your water pump if using potable water, fresh water, a porch and ceiling lights. Your awning, on your awning, I just wanted to say, when you run them out, you'll only want to run them out until you see your flap fall down to 90 degrees, and then don't run it out past that. Keep an eye on it when you're running it out, otherwise it'll run itself backwards up onto itself. And then here's your slide control, which we'll utilize here when closing the unit up. Down below that, you prep for TV here. Do hook a TV up. Make sure when you run your digital channel scan that you have that green light on at your antenna for picking up more channels. Sound system over here.
The vessel at sea, however,
AM, FM, dual zone, shut it off indoors, just have it outdoors.
Very few goods of fresh
AM, FM, USB, Bluetooth.
Really consider time.
Nice sound system. Continuing inside here, your big kitchen sink, self-explanatory microwave. You have a fan and a light for over top of your cooktop. This glass top makes an excellent backsplash. Panel light here. When you turn to light, it turns red. Hit your spark. When your gas is on, you'll have flame. All 3 of those are burners. This is your oven. Same thing. Turn it to flame. Light it here. Then set it to the desired temperature. Rock that panel light down for an oven light. Just to the right of that oven is your 12-volt carbon monoxide propane detector. Now the reason I mentioned that's 12 volt, always running off your battery. So if you are out boondocking, dry camping, anytime that you're not plugged into any power, this is running off your battery. Use that battery disconnect to keep that from running your battery down. Dometic fridge. Coming up top, turn it on, push that in, it's auto. Auto means when you're plugged in, you're running off electricity. As soon as you unplug, you're on gas. Lift that up, you're strictly on gas. That light comes on, your gas is low. Both of your bunk areas do have their own USB ports and one-touch lighting. Storage under this one. Back in our bathroom, I just want to say you've got your 110 with GFCI reset back here. Lighting, hand crank open, vent, and some plumbing to maintain. You know, you are bouncing the house down the road. Most of these are made of PEX nowadays. Just keep an eye on things, make sure nothing's wiggled loose as you're going down the road. Coming out of your bathroom, on the wall here is going to be your breaker box and fuses. Ton of 15s, a 10, and a couple 40s. Highly recommend having some of those with you when you go camping. Got a hand crank open vent here. Kitchen area, or dinette area, this tabletop will lift up off. Remove the bars, set your tabletop on these lips right here. Put a couple flat cushions on top and you've got another sleeping quarters. Smoke alarm above your TV area, entertainment center. Emergency exit window. Both sides of your bed have their own 110s and USBs. A little storage under. Make sure both of these doors are snapped open for travel. Not closed, but open. And lastly, in the bedroom, laundry chute. Set your laundry down there, you can drop everything out there, keep sticky stuff outside. Well, that about covers everything on the inside. Let's act like we're leaving the campsite and close the unit up. I like to start by going to my control panel and shutting off my lights. Then I can look around the unit and see any individual lighting. All this one touch that I have to go through and shut off. We do that real quick. bathroom. Make sure your vents are closed. Got 2 or 3 of them in here. Hopefully make sure all of those are closed. All your lighting in your bedroom is one touch. All our lights are off. Now I say doors and drawers. Walk through your unit, make sure all doors and drawers are closed. Nothing's going to impede your slide from coming in. If you have a TV, secure it. Hit glide room in. Now you see the importance of having nothing in here. As this finishes up here, I want you to hear it's in. Make sure all lights are off. Exit the unit. Now steps will simply fold into each other, one after another. Your door, I want you to make sure before you leave the camp, and this is probably after your dump station, lock and deadbolt this door, lift and turn this handle. Now I say that in case you want to go inside there and check your levels of your tanks while we are dumping. If you are out boondocking, come around to your freshwater tank and dump that out. Otherwise, bring up your stabilizing jacks, unhook your power, your water, your cable, hook up your hitch, and head on up to your dump station. Now at the dump station, park accordingly. Bring these back up for you real quick. At dump station, park accordingly. Your dump is going to be behind your tires on your driver's side of your tow vehicle, and you got a 10-foot hose comes to your convenience pack. Hook that up, pull your black handle. Your black handle is going to be your sewage. Once it sounds like that's no longer draining, go inside, check and make sure that it is empty. If it is empty, leave that black handle open, grab the hose from the dump station, and hook it up to this flush tank valve. Turn that on, let that run for a good 5 minutes, emphasizing leaving your black handle open. That's going to wash all that nastiness out of your black tank. When that's done, close that black handle up. Make sure all that washout that you put in there has drained. Close that black handle up, and then pull your gray handle. That's going to be cleaner water, it's your sinks and your showers. That'll clean your sewage hose out for you. When that's done, grab that sewage hose, bring it right back here, conveniently and sanitarily store it inside there. Now if you are done camping for the season, the low point drains are drained, come around to your hot water heater. First, lift up on your pressure release valve. Now it's going to be dumping hot water out of there, so be careful. When that's done, push your handle back down, otherwise this door won't close. Then you can pull this drain handle for your residual hot water. And that about covers everything. Again, I hope you guys enjoy this bullet for many years to come. Happy camping.